This is video diary number 2 for my Healthy Living Project. The post-nutritional and fitness evaluation. Over the course of 3 weeks, I gradually decreased my resting heart rate. I decreased the time I ran and walked a mile, and ultimately increased my intake of fruit and vegetables. And I also reduced my consumption of beverages, of soda and carbonated beverages. Did an analysis. So I started off with, my resting heart rate started off with 120 beats per minute. My goal was to get to 92. Week 1 was 110. Week 2 was 109. And ultimately, I got to 98. For my physical activity, I initially was running 20 minutes to run or walk a mile. My goal was to get to 8. Week 1, 19. Week 2, 15. And final week was 10 minutes. On average, I consumed 1 cup of fruit and 0.8 cups of vegetables. I wanted to increase it to 2 cups of fruit and 1 cup of vegetables. First week, it was 1 cup of vegetables and 0.8 cups of fruit. The second week, it was 1.5 cup of fruit and 0.10 cups of vegetables. And finally, I consumed 1 cup of fruit and 0.9 cup of vegetables. And then lastly, for my elimination / reduction of carbonated beverages, on average I was drinking about 2 cups of carbonated beverages. My goal was to reduce the consumption of carbonated beverages to half a glass. The first week I averaged 2, the second week I averaged 1, and finally I averaged half a glass. So the results, I did end up meeting my goal for my water and fluid intake, and that's it. I was close in other regards and respects. I did decrease and increase where it was appropriate, but ultimately I only hit the mark for water and fluid intake. The conclusion, by building a healthy diet plan, I did end up, like I said, reducing or increasing where I needed, where I felt was appropriate, where my goals were,